Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the new movie, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, who are most known for their work on the Teen Titans Go movies. I've always liked the Mario Bros. And played a variety of games with them growing up, so I wanted to check it out. The synopsis is as follows. With help from Princess Peach, Mario gets ready to square off against the all-powerful Bowser to stop his plans from conquering the world. So without further ado, let's get into 6 things that make a movie great. 1. The plot. This movie starts out with Mario and Luigi trying their best to start a plumbing company. They're really trying to be successful together and find their purpose in the world. But when a major plumbing incident happens that causes the city to flood, they find themselves underground where they're accidentally sucked into this tube that takes them to Mushroom Kingdom. After getting separated, Mario finds Princess Peach and says that he'll help her beat Bowser as long as she helps him find Luigi. Though the plot of this movie is very basic in nature, I thought they did a decent job with it. Mario and Luigi trying to find their worth in their own world, but then being sucked into a new world where they have to try to find the hero within themselves, creates a nice circular storyline with a decent payoff at the end. It's a classic good guys versus bad guys story, and though it is a children's movie, I enjoyed it quite a bit. So for me, plot gets a thumbs up. 2 is family friendliness. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is rated PG. There's some action, there's some cartoon violence, a couple fight scenes, and one specific character that says a few dark phrases. But other than that, this movie is absolutely family friendly. So for me, family friendliness gets a thumbs up. 3 is acting and script. This movie has a lot of talented actors and actresses in it. And while all the voice acting was good, the only one that really stood out to me was Jack Black as Bowser. He did an excellent job voicing Bowser, and I found myself laughing multiple times because of certain things that he was saying and doing. And the script of this movie was decent. I will say I was a little disappointed because going into this movie, I thought that it might pander towards more of an adult audience, given the fact that so many of us grew up playing Super Mario Brothers. But it definitely didn't. Through and through, this is a children's movie. Now, fortunately, it's not dumb humor like they put in so many children's cartoons today. There's a couple funny moments here and there that I chuckled at, but it's pretty clear that the target audience for this film is 100% children. But they did a decent job overall, so for me, acting and script get a thumbs up. 4 is character development. For a kids movie, this film actually had some decent character development. I feel like you can only go so deep with a movie like this, but they did a great job working with what they had. You really grow to understand the bond between Mario and Luigi, and even the relationship that they have with their parents. In addition to that, Donkey Kong gets some character development as well, also having to do with his parents. And we even get a little bit of background into Princess Peach. And while you don't get a ton of backstory into Bowser, there are several moments that allow you to show the full range of his emotions and why he's doing what he's doing, although it is a bit nonsensical and counterproductive. And for me, the fact that they made an attempt at all, let alone a successful one, shows me that they put in the effort to make character development work within the confines of what this movie had to offer. So for me, character development gets a thumbs up. 5 is visuals and CGI. The animation in this movie was flawless. There were no moments that pulled you out of the film, and there were a handful of times where there was some really creative things that happened on screen having to do with tools or consumables that were a really nice throwback to the Super Mario Brothers games. It was cool to see those things on screen in a story type context where you weren't the one behind the controller. So I enjoyed the different dynamics that they chose to pursue in this movie. So for me, visuals and CGI get a thumbs up. And 6 is rewatchability. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is an hour and a half long, and given the simplicity of this film, I felt like it was an appropriate runtime. If they would have opened up the demographic and allowed the script to target adults as well, and maybe added a couple twists and turns into the movie, I could see pushing this movie to just under 2 hours a reasonable thing. But because this is purely a kids movie, an hour and a half felt like the right call. It's a decent and colorful overall film that has a script that doesn't drive you crazy as an adult, even though it's meant for kids. While I wouldn't find myself watching this movie all the time, it definitely is a rewatchable one. So for me, rewatchability gets a thumbs up. With all these areas considered, I have to give the Super Mario Bros. Movie a 7.5 out of 10. This movie didn't have the most humorous script that I feel like it could have had, but the voice acting was good, including a great performance from Jack Black. It had a great attempt at character development, which I wasn't expecting, and the simple plot of good versus evil really worked on this film. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is lighthearted and a good time, and if you go into it with the expectation that it is a children's movie, then I think you'll enjoy it. So with all that in mind, this is a safe film for you to bring your kids to the movie theater for, and you actually might enjoy it yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you've seen the Super Mario Bros. Movie, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. As always, I appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one.